Hey guys, what's going on? It's Lefty from 643 Productions coming at you here with a Battlefield Bad Company 2 live gameplay commentary. This is on, I don't know what map this is. I think it's Harvest Day is what it's called. Playing some Conquest. I've only played Harvest Day a few times, but as I recall, it is a very vehicle-heavy map. And that's one thing I'm learning not to like about Battlefield. It's not the fact that there are vehicles in it, which I like, which I enjoy, and I like that the maps are big and open and all those things, and that there are that the tanks and whatnot are relegated to spawning and getting them and picking them up rather than kill streaks and all those things. But I just wish that there were some minor tweaks made. For instance, I think the lethal vehicles, I think the tanks, the Abrams, all that stuff. I thought I was an engineer for a second. I think those things spawn way too often. I think they spawn way too often, and they have a lot of health. They take a whole lot of damage, and you know, it takes a lot to kill them, and that's kind of a pain when it comes to balance, because you will have people, as I've run into, as I've started running into higher and higher levels, that they know how to use the vehicles, and they can just circle you in a helicopter for an entire round, or just sit in an Abrams. They'll always be sitting in an Abrams tank or anything like that. So it's one of those pet peeves where you just kind of, where you're like, oh, come on, like, really? But other than that, again, I don't have any problems with the vehicles or the maps or anything like that. But I wanted to talk with you guys today about something that I was thinking about earlier today, and you know, this is where a lot of my commentary ideas come from. Really, it's just things that I think about from time to time, and if it's especially engaging, I tell myself, you know what, I should do a video about that. And then I just pick up a game, throw on the headset, and hit record, and you guys get to see the result on YouTube. But today I was thinking about, because I priced out a computer for myself, a brand new desktop, on Newegg.com, and I don't know how to show you guys the build without inadvertently giving you my login info. I've tried making the build public and finding a way to link to it, but I can't really. I'll list off some of the components if you guys want, perhaps later on in the commentary when it's winding down and I want to get out of here. If this game is going to be running long, you know, I don't want to. You see, like that guy, just sitting there on a hill in his little grenade thing, like, okay, cool, buddy. Some people. But I priced out a new computer, and it came out to about $1,800. I thought to myself, I'm like, okay, if I budget myself $2,300, maybe $2,500 to put towards a new computer, I could have a really, really nice desktop, which would allow me, just off the top of my head, you know, I'm not going to again go through the parts list, maybe later, but you know, it has 24 gigabytes of RAM and a solid state drive and a 2 terabyte hard drive, and I thought, you know, if I can do that, that will allow me to you know, create videos faster, rendering HD videos. It will also allow me to record in true HD and record in 1080p and all these things, and it will allow me to put out those videos faster, and with the new and better internet connection, get them uploaded faster. And I'm getting shot by something, I don't know what, that guy, oh, and then that guy over there. It was an M1 Garand for some reason, whatever. And so I thought, you know, a new computer is really in my best interest, and the best part is I get to write it off as a business expense on my taxes. But I was thinking, because it's a rather large investment, at least for me, and it would be most, if not all, of my revenue that I generate from YouTube for a good long time, saving it up. And so I was thinking, I was like, well, you know, what do I want to get? Because that's the big fad now. Everybody wants to tell you what everybody else wants out of YouTube. They all claim to know. They all say, oh, it's like, oh, well, this person wants this, or that person is doing this because they want this, or they think that. And, you know, I can think of a few people, one in particular that is just really... I don't want to say anything else, but you guys know who he is. I'm not going to say in the comments, so don't even ask. If you don't know, then you don't know, and you're not going to know. But you know, they say they will use twisted logic, or this guy especially does. He's a big fan of using whatever logic he can grasp, which isn't much, to say that, oh, well, I know that they do this because of that, and da-da-da, and da-da-da-da-da. And everybody's a big fan of that. And I thought it would be a good idea. Oh, that guy moved. What the hell? How did that... Sometimes this game lags. But anyway, I thought it would be best if I give you my insight. If instead of the guesswork, instead of the guessing game that was like, oh, well, what does he want? What is he doing? You know, I'll give you insight and give you a glimpse into my mind and how I work and what is really driving me in this whole YouTube thing, in getting partnered and putting ads on videos and all that stuff. And again, in the comment section, this isn't going... I don't want it to turn into, you know, people saying, you know, you should do this with your ads, you shouldn't do this with your ads, because I decide what I do with my ads. I'm not going to facilitate people trying to dictate to me what to do. It's just not going to happen. If you think that's what I should be doing, I'm sorry, it ain't going to happen. So be sure to keep that in mind when you're thinking about commenting on the video. But anyway, like I said, a lot of people are fans of saying, oh, well, he's doing this because of that, he wants this, he wants that, and the other thing. And when I was looking at pricing out my new computer, when I said, okay, I want to get my new computer, I'm thinking about video cards, I'm thinking about doing this, that, and this is what I want, and ooh, that's more expensive, this is a big investment of my money. And I thought, well, what do I want? What do I really want? Like, let's say going forward 5 years, maybe even 10 years. What do I want out of let's say YouTube, out of a career? Well, I've never been one to really seek after riches in my life. I've never been one to say, okay, well, I want to make, you know, I want to make $10 million. I want to have this amount of money in my bank account. So that I can, you know, have a new Beamer every other year. I can have the nice $400,000 house, $700,000 house, what have you. I've never been one to think like that. All I've ever wanted, really, and this is, in my mind, the best way to put it, I wanted enough money to just say fuck it, right? Because when thinking about my new computer, when I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna have to save up money for this, my goal in life, or at least one of my goals, is to be at a point financially where I can just say, if I was to say wanting to get a new computer and in that kind of price range, where I could just, you know, say at some point, fuck it, and I'll buy the computer. I have enough money where I can buy it. Oh, come on, don't speed away. Oh, shit. And I can spend the money, and it isn't that big of a deal. I'm not going to break the bank. I'm not going to hurt myself. I just want to be able to get it. I'm an impulsive person, and I just want to have the money to at some points, not every point, not like, let's say, you know, a new luxury car or a luxury house or a second house or something like that. No, but just little things that make my life a little easier. I just want to be able to say, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to buy it. Whatever. And really, my ultimate goal is not, again, like I said, millions of dollars or anything like that. I just don't want to have to worry. I don't want to have to worry and scrape and scringe and scrounge to get to the next mortgage payment, or even have to worry about a mortgage. I don't want to have to worry and budget to get to, you know, pay bills week by week and hope that I have enough money to make the minimum payment on things and all that stuff. I don't want to have to worry about that, because I feel, regardless of what you guys may think about me, I feel that my time is better served doing other things. And that is probably sounding pretty selfish and arrogant, but really everybody's time is. I'm just kind of running around here. I don't know where I'm going because I'm going to A. But everybody's time is, in my mind. You know, why would you want to waste time worrying about whether you're going to be able to pay the rent, whether you're going to be able to pay the mortgage, like I said, or whatever? Why would you want to worry about that? I just want to be able to have maybe some nice things once in a while, like a new computer once in a while, but I don't want to have, you know, a $1 million house. I'd like maybe a nice condo to live in, or an apartment or something like that, and I don't want to have to worry about it. That's all I really care about, is not having to worry. So that when time comes that I have to make payments or do things that other people may worry about, I don't have to waste time or effort worrying about things. And that's my goal. And that's what I want out of anything, is to be able to just do what I want. Not live outside my means by any means, not have, again, luxury items out the wazoo or anything like that, but just, okay, once in a while, I can just say fuck it. And I can do this, and I can do these nice things for myself. And that's what I strive for, and that's what I want. And will I be able to do it with YouTube? That's another question entirely. That's not one I'm seeking to answer here. But that is what I quest for when it comes to financial stability in life. Not the riches, not the tops, not the best of the best, but just enough to be comfortable, enough to be happy, or enough to not have to worry about those things anymore, so I can focus on what I thoroughly enjoy doing, like, let's say, making YouTube videos for my fans. And I thoroughly enjoy doing that, and if I can make a living at it, once again, that's, like I've said over and over, that is something I would love to do. But that's what drives me, and I just decided that you guys deserved a little, or at least me telling you what drives me and what I think about would give you some better insight, again, as to me as a person and me as a character and all that stuff. And I hope you don't see it as selfish, or I guess whorish is the word that everybody likes to be throwing around. But that's, you know, and even then, frankly, if you want to think I'm a whore, fine. Like I've said many times, I think, you know, my thoughts on that are well documented, but I don't really care. That's what I strive for, and that's what I want to accomplish, to not have to worry, because worry is just wasted, you know, intellectual energy. And I know there's other guys around here, but this guy, they're gonna... Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Ah, should have healed yourself first. But that's just what I've been thinking about, and those are my goals. Again, if I can achieve those things through YouTube, I would love to. Don't get me wrong. There is nothing more that I would like than to be able to do that. But again, those are personal things. When you ask me, you know, how much do you make off this, that, and that, I can't tell you. I'm both contractually obligated, and I don't really feel comfortable telling those kinds of things to complete strangers. So I apologize if I remain mute, or moot. No, mute. Whatever. Quiet. If I don't talk about it. I apologize for that, but it's just a comfort level thing. But that's, you know, that's me. And I don't want to set a precedent here. I don't mean to tell you guys to say, hey, everybody that makes money off of YouTube should be telling you what they want, and what they're getting and what they strive for. You know, because that's personal. That's personal to them. They decide if they want to tell you. I decided that it was worthwhile to tell you, just because I think there's a lot of people that talk quite literally out of their ass about the intentions and drives and motivations of others, and frankly, I don't like it. I think it's completely inappropriate and improper to spew those kinds of things in the public eye. So I thought it best to give you my input and my drives and an insight into myself. And before this game comes to a close here, they've got 21 tickets left, and you know, this is the best you can get. Doing a live commentary on Battlefield is actually rather difficult. I'll read off some of the parts to my computer. Forgive me, I'm going to have to be trying to read off of my computer monitor while playing, so I may have to take a few quick seconds from the controller every now and again. The case is a Corsair Obsidian Series 65D black steel structure with black brushed aluminum faceplate, ATX mid-tower computer, blah 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 blah. I think it's got 10 drive bays, 2 200mm fans, and 1 120mm, I believe that's the size, fans on the case. And let's see, for a motherboard I've got an Asus, let's see, P6 X58 Pro LGA 1366 Intel X58. Holy crap, there's a lot. They talk 6 GB per second USB 3.0 ATX Intel motherboard. My graphics card is an MSI N570 GTX Twin Frozr 3 GeForce GTX 570 stuff. I don't know. Power supply, you guys don't really need to know that. It's modular. Intel Core i7 2600K. 3.4 gigahertz processor, 24 gigabytes of Corsair Vengeance RAM. Let's see, a Plextor PXM2 series, 128 gigabyte SATA 3 internal solid state drive, a Western Digital 2 terabyte 7200 RPM SATA 3.5-inch internal hard drive, a Samsung Black Blu-ray combo SATA model. It does DVD writing, all that stuff, and then a Cooler Master for the an aftermarket fan for my CPU. But anyway, guys, that's my time. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed this insight. Be sure to drop a like on this video if you enjoyed. It really helps me out. Again, thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed. I'm out.